So, name's Gila, but I also respond to Jella. Welcome back. A lot has happened since the last video. It's crazy, actually. The day after the Valentine's video, Texas got hit extremely hard by the winter storm, and due to the fact that Texas isn't weatherized for such weather, because, well, it rarely ever snows here, power was lost and water stopped working in many places all over Texas. My family also got some bad news during this stressful time, so it's been tough. Thankfully, we're getting back to normalcy in my home as we weren't really hit as hard as some of my friends and extended family, so I count that as a blessing. But of course, there's still worries. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing okay. So, to sort of brighten my mood and to just have a moment of fun and to take my mind off of things, I just want to talk about things that I love right now. So the wiki said that February 27th is the anniversary for when Pokemon released Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green. But I believe that's Japan's time. I think. So I'm technically late in uploading this video, but at least I posted the finished picture on time on my Instagram and DeviantArt. Yes, I do have those. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. I won't be discussing too much of the technical stuff since I just want to talk about Pokemon like the fan that I am. Only technical things that I want to say is that I'm so happy that I found the free transform tool that allows you to shift the selected image in more ways than just making it bigger or smaller. It's found in the edit section up top under transform and called free transform or free transformation. It's still a new tool for me to play with, so I'll have to practice some more. I colored this picture similarly to my webtoons in that I had two separate layers for color locations regarding the background and another for character colors. I added other layers based off of shading and textures that needed to be done. Anyways, now let's talk about Pokemon. Woo! Okay. I can talk about Pokemon so often. I've been a fan for years now. I absolutely love Pokemon, even if I'm sort of saddened by the current state of Pokemon as it is right now, especially with Sword and Shield. My memory's a bit fuzzy on it, but I think I got a secondhand Pokemon Red game for the Game Boy back when I was around 7 years old. I don't remember who exactly brought me to the GameStop to buy it, but I think it was my eldest brother since my mom wasn't one to care for games, let alone Pokemon, and dad was working, as, he usually did. I still have the game cartridge somewhere, but I can't find it. I know it's here because I remember seeing it when I moved back to Texas. Anyways, it's pretty beat up. There's like black Sharpie with my name on it because I was a dumb elementary schooler that I just had to show everybody that this belonged to me. By then, Pokemon had been around for several years, and I distinctly remember coming home from school just to watch the anime on 4Kids. Yes, 4Kids. I'm pretty sure some people know what that is. Others who don't, it had its moments. But I really enjoyed that time. And it makes sense that Pokemon keeps coming back to Generation 1 since it holds so much nostalgia for so many people. I just wish that sometimes it wasn't such a cash grab, because that's how it feels sometimes when they make new updates or create new gimmicks that involve Generation 1 Pokemon. Since, I like it when the other generations get spotlight. So I'm cautiously hopeful for the Sinnoh remakes, as well as that open world Pokemon Legends Arceus game that's going to be released at the end of this year or early next year. I'm just scared that they'll ruin my girl Cynthia. Whether or not you've played the Sinnoh games, everybody knows about Cynthia and how good of a champion she was. She was amazing. And the fact that she didn't have just one type of Pokemon, and that was a real challenge for a lot of people, and for good reason. She had some strong Pokemon. However, open world is also what many fans have been waiting for quite a while, especially myself. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that it's worth my money because these Switch games are expensive, man. Anyways, I've gotten onto a tangent, and I have come to talk here about Gen 1, not Gen 4. So I'll talk about Gen 4 some other time. As a kid, my starter Pokemon was Charmander. I know. If Charmander was my starter, why am I drawing Bulbasaur here? Well, that's because I never really wanted Charmander to be my starter in the first place. As a 7-year-old, I thought that I was only allowed to pick the Pokemon that was on the game cartridge. So by then I had already known that Charmander evolves to Charizard based off of the anime, and it's crazy to think that Pokemon has been around for so long, 25 years, and the anime has been around for maybe 23, 24 years depending on where you were. Anyway, I got past maybe the first gym when my school friend told me that I could choose whatever starter that I wanted, and my mind was just blown. I was like, what? I can choose whatever starter I want. Let's go! And so I was so excited. And as a rebel child, I really wasn't a rebel child, but as a rebel child, I snuck in my Game Boy to school so that my friend could show me how to restart it, because I was scared that I would break something, and I didn't want to break my Pokemon game. Not to mention, my English wasn't very good back then, and my reading ability was pretty subpar at that time. So I'm pretty sure that I didn't read much of anything when I was playing Pokemon Red, and I was just going off of, what I thought was best, and based off of the little information that I was able to sort of pick up as a 7-year-old. So with a new game in tow, I picked Bulbasaur as my starter Pokemon, the one that I wanted since the beginning. I wanted Bulbasaur because, one, I loved the character in the anime since he was so caring and responsible, and Charizard was just mean according to my childhood mind. And two, I thought the design was very cute and very welcoming, something that I could just hold and cuddle, and it's probably due to the fact that Bulbasaur has a lot of cat-like features, and I've always wanted a cat or a dog as a pet, but I wasn't able to due to my parents having allergies. And three, Bulbasaur was number 1 on the Pokédex, so I had assumed back then that meant Bulbasaur is number 1. And while the reasoning is flawed, I still stand by the fact that Bulbasaur is the number 1 Kanto starter, okay? Charmander and Squirtle pales in comparison to my Bulbasaur. I still very much love Bulbasaur, as you can tell, with the rambling that I just did. However, I don't really care for Venusaur, but I do like Ivysaur well enough. As of right now, and for quite a long time, I've been a sucker for unevolved Pokemon. I used to play Little Cup when I was playing online as I got older, because it's just so satisfying to destroy the enemy with perceivably weak Pokemon. It has some hilarious moments. Currently, I'm also playing Mystery Dungeon DX on the Switch, and I picked Bulbasaur because I love Bulbasaur, and I just feel personally connected with Bulbasaur. It's been there since the beginning. And I don't care if Bulbasaur is like the hardest mode to play in Mystery Dungeon for this generation or whatnot. Nothing will stop me from playing the Pokemon that I want, okay? I will use as many hacks that I need to get past all the bosses. I don't care if like almost all of them have advantage against poor grass-type Bulbasaur. So with all this context, that's why I drew 7-year-old me confused with the Bulbasaur who was confused right back. Because, let's be honest, I didn't know what I was doing back then. I never even finished the game, to be honest, though I do know what happens, because there's been talk about Generation 1 for ages now, so I know what happens, but I just never personally been able to get to the very end. So that's something that I'll probably do in the future, just to go back. It'll probably take some time to get used to, though, since Pokemon mechanics has changed significantly over the years. And I'm not sure how far exactly I got in Red. I remember a ship, so I'm pretty sure I got past the SS Anne, I think that's what it's called, and I remember the Grass-type gym. So my best guess is that I got to the Grass-type gym, and then I stopped, picking up Pokemon Emerald after that. So Pokemon Emerald is the one that I sort of have the most memory of as a early game for me. The older me has an Ivysaur because I prefer Ivysaur over Venusaur, and I wanted to show that we've grown up together. Not to mention, I don't really feel like an adult, mostly because I'm still in university, so I haven't really experienced the real world to the extent that people who are in their 30s might feel. So I don't really think a Venusaur really represents where I am in terms of my evolution, and an Ivysaur is still there. Maybe I'm like level 20-something Ivysaur, and soon I'll get to that level 36 Venusaur. Wait, is Venusaur evolves at 36? I call myself a Pokemon fan. It's because I never evolved my Bulbasaurs. Let me go check. Venusaur. Oh, he evolved at level 32. Dang. See, as you can tell, I never evolved my Ivysaur or my Bulbasaurs. Also, look at this cutie. Oh my gosh, derpy little Paras. I don't know if I played with a Paras back when I was playing Pokemon Red, because I only remember Nidoran female, Geodude, and Jigglypuff, but Paras is currently my favorite Pokemon of all time. It has been for years now, and I'm also a bug-type user, have been since like middle school, high school. Going back to the wanting to use perceivably weak Pokemon to destroy the enemy sort of feel, because bug Pokemon are constantly looked down upon and considered really weak, and I always think, you know what, it'd be great to just destroy my enemy with a whole bunch of bug Pokemon. And I love all these other bug-type Pokemons, the ones that are very strong and very beautiful, but Paras just doesn't get a lot of love in general. Paras is continuously forgotten despite being Gen 1, and it is seen as very weak, which makes sense. It has like type 4 disadvantage against fire types, so Like, it's not unfounded, but Paris has its strengths, especially in Little Cup. But most importantly for me, it's the tragic Pokédex entry. Like, oh my goodness. According to the Pokédex, the mushrooms on its back grows by draining nutrients from the bug host, meaning that, like, these mushrooms are just sucking the life out of Paris. And when Paris evolves into Parasect, the parasite mushroom has taken full control over the bug host. This is why I never evolved my chosen Paris named Clothris, outside of the one chosen sacrificial lamb that I need to evolve to fill the Pokédex. Like, I'm sorry, I try to trade when I'm able, but Clothris will never, ever, ever, ever evolve into a parasite, because how could I put my precious baby Clothris into a situation where a mushroom takes over his mind and basically turns him into a zombie? Mushrooms are the enemy. I can't do that. I can't do that to my baby boy. Do you see how cupey and derpy he is? He's going through so much pain. He needs love. Give Paris some love. Anyways, I've rambled on about Generation 1 and Pokemon enough for today, so I'm going to go play some Let's Go Pikachu because, it's Generation 1 as well, and to sort of help ease my mind. Anyways, annyeong, adios, bye!